Students, greetings from Chitkara University. I'm Narendra Gacha, Dean, College of Sales and Marketing. Well, let me welcome you all to this session on marketing management. And today, we'll be discussing about the importance of marketing management, scope of marketing management, and basic concepts of marketing management. Well, marketing remains one of the core functions of any organization for that matter. And marketing aids exchange, movement, and transfer of goods. And I'm sure you'll agree that products and services are getting transacted on daily basis, on day-to-day basis. And this is done through various intermediaries like wholesalers, retailers, manufacturers. So you can procure a product from a retailer. For example, if somebody has to buy medicines, that person can straight away go to a retailer or a chemist, or maybe approach a wholesaler, or he or she can even approach the distributor. So you can imagine that marketing actually aids in movement and exchange and transfer of goods, and they can reach out to different intermediaries to get access of these products and services. And we know that through this process, there's a change of ownership between the seller and the buyer, because the buyer is paying a price and the seller is selling the product or services, and we see that there's a change in ownership. Marketing also helps in providing standard of living to the community, because we see that since there is a demand in the market, there's a need in the market of these products and services. So these products and services are produced and they are sold in the market. And people, whether they belong to the affluent part of the society, or they are from the middle class, or even if they're poor, I think they utilize these products and services, which helps them maintain a standard of living. Marketing also helps in generating jobs, yes, because there are various functions which are interlinked with marketing, which are dependent on marketing, be it transportation, be it warehousing, be it the financial part of it. So marketing, in a way, creates a lot of job opportunities for everyone. So let's take an example. If there's a product which is being manufactured by an organization, so first of all, you need that kind of capability to produce or manufacture the product. And then we need to transport that product, and we can use various methods of transporting. It could be through land, it could be through water, it could be through air, or it could be through digital platforms also, like we have these days. And then we have to ensure that the product reaches the customer, who is the end user, who is going to pay the price for buying that particular product or service. So the people who are involved in all these activities, whether it is about transportation of product, whether it is manufacturing of product, so it actually creates job opportunities for them. And it's said that 40% of the population, directly or indirectly, depends on marketing, because this is one of the biggest sector which creates jobs for people in the society. Well, through marketing, it becomes easier, because most of the organizations, they run their businesses because they look forward to revenues and income. So since they are in the market and they produce products depending on needs and wants of the customer, so while making it available to the various sects of the society, they earn huge revenues and they earn huge income out of it. But it also helps in developing foundation for decision making. I'm sure you'd agree that all businesses, they have to make critical decisions. And for that matter, all businessmen, they have to think about what, how, when, for whom. They have to look at what kind of product they need to produce, what kind of target segment they should be aiming at, who's going to be their target customer, what should be the pricing of that product. Is it a right time to enter the market, or should they hold? What kind of promotional plank they should be using, or shall they wait for some more time? I'm sure you would have seen a lot of example in the market whenever there's introduction of new products. Sometimes we hear that the latest model, say, of this mobile phone is going to be available, but sometimes we see there's a delay, and that delay is not because of it's not unintentional, it's planned delay, because they are trying to weigh the pros and cons of the market. They are looking at favorable times ahead, so that they can leverage the market to the best of the ability of the capabilities which are there in the organization, and they can also earn maximum profit or income out of that. It acts as a source of new concept. I'm sure the requirements, the demands of the consumer or the customer, they are changing all the time. They are looking forward to new things. They're looking forward to new products. They're looking forward to new services. So I'm sure marketing helps as a source of new concept, because we see a lot of research that keeps on happening. We see a lot of innovation that keeps on happening, because since we are living in a very, very dynamic environment, so customers also look forward to more products. They look forward to innovative products, and that's the reason these days we see a lot of work that has been done on research. There's a lot of work that has been done on innovation, so that they can meet the growing demand, and also try and cater to customers, those who look forward to those innovative products and services. It is beneficial to economic growth, definitely. I think marketing helps generating jobs. It helps in generating income for people, those who are involved in various activities which are directly or indirectly linked to marketing. And if I have to really say, I can say it with a lot of confidence that since there is exchange of money that happens to market, that really helps the economy to run. So through this, I'm sure we'll be able to understand the importance of marketing management. Now let's look at the scope of marketing management. What is the scope? Let's see, and it's about setting marketing objective. Any organization, if it has to run its business, they have to set their marketing objectives. They have to have a short-term plan, they have to have a long-term plan, they have to have a blueprint as to what their business is going to look like, what are the business projections, what are the threats. They do a complete SWOT analysis before they get into any kind of marketing plan or marketing objective. And every organization, every professional organization for that matter, would have their professional team, which will help them in setting the objective of the for the market, and also for the organization, that this is the kind of horizon that they're looking forward to. This is the kind of business they like to generate. Now, I'll share an example of a pharmaceutical company here, which is actually into diabetes care, and they have their insulins as well. So they were a late entrant into the market, and there was one brand which was already available in the Indian market. So they carefully studied, and they said that, okay, our marketing plan looks like this, that by end of 5 years or end of 10 years, this is the kind of market, or this is the kind of segment they'll be able to cater. And these are the targets for everyone to achieve so that they are able to realize their vision and mission. Then we'll talk about choosing the target market, which market, because it's not that the organization would get into or like to cater to all the market segments or target groups. They try and have that kind of a strategy which helps them to focus on a target segment. Now, as I was talking to you about a pharmaceutical company, now I'll try and expand that example here as well. They said that if they are here to sell insulin, so they will not go after all the doctor base or all the doctors, those who prescribe insulin. They said that they would only focus on endocrinologists. They're the diabetes care specialists. So they said that that if we are able to cater to diabetologists or the endocrinologists for that matter, I think that will help them in reaching out to the customer faster. It will help them in building the image of the brand. It will help them to serve their customers, which is the patients, better. And it will also help the endocrinologists, since we are giving them more options while they treat their diabetes care patients. So this is how probably they very carefully choose market, that which market are they going to enter and what segment they're going to cater. So this is a very, very strenuous exercise that they do, because if they go wrong here, it can impact their both short-term and long-term goals. It can even impact their very existence in the market. Then the scope also includes creating an effective marketing organization. The entire organization has to work as an well-oiled machinery. Whether we talk about the finance department, whether we talk about the personal department, whether we talk about the supply chain management department. So all of them, they have to work towards achieving the vision and mission of the organization. They cannot be working in isolation. They can't work in silos, because that will not help the organization to grow. And since a marketing plan has been set and the vision and mission is clear, and they've chosen the right target market, so now is the time for effective market organization, putting all pieces together, putting all the right people at right places, so that they can help them in achieving or realizing their long-term and short-term vision and mission. Maintaining a positive interdepartmental relation, this is very, very important. And I have actually seen, this impacts business big time. Now, I'm sure whatever product that reaches us, it has to grow through a channel. And that channel could be, right from procuring the raw material to manufacturing, to transporting and taking it to the CFA, which is carrying and forwarding agent. And then it goes to the wholesaler or distributor. And from distributor, it goes to a retailer. And from a retailer, it moves on to the end customer. So you will have to appreciate that this is the journey of a product or a service. So you have to have right projection that if I'm going to sell these many units of this product in the market, so how much of raw material do I need to procure? So the department which takes care of procurement of products, they come into picture. So once the raw material has procured, it has to be manufactured in a factory. So then that team would come into picture, the warehousing team would come into picture. They need to, then the HR would come into picture, that what kind of people they need to hire. and what kind of capabilities those people need to have if they want to realize their marketing objective or whatever target they've set to achieve, say in next 5 years or in next 10 years. Then if they're procuring raw material or if they're running the factory, then they have to ensure. And here I think the finance department comes into picture because they are the ones who are going to fund it. They have to look at what is the kind of finance that is at their disposal. How much are they going to invest on the product? How much of it is going to be invested on people, and how much of it is going to be invested on process creation? So one man cannot run the organization. Everyone has to contribute. And after that, once the product is ready, it needs to be transported. So then the supply chain, comes into picture. So what kind of transport facility that they're going to have, what mode of transportation they're going to use, how are they going to negotiate with the vendors who are there, those who will help in transportation of these products. So everything counts. And if the interdepartmental relations are healthy, if they are positive, they immensely contribute towards the success of the organization. And in case they are not positive or they are not working in sync, we've seen certain organizations where they're not able to project correctly, where they're not able to procure the right kind of raw material, they're not able to build the right kind of production facility, or maybe they're not able to hire right kind of people with the right kind of mindset, then it becomes difficult to run the organization. So we need to keep in mind, and this actually is the scope of marketing management. Moving on, the scope also includes establishing and maintaining profitable external relations. Yes, they need to be positive internally, and they also need to establish profitable external relation, because we are living in a society. There's a demand or there's a need in the market. So we need to reach out to our other external partners as well. It could be vendors, it could be the transportation, partners. It could be the government agencies. It could be certain charitable agencies also. So it depends on the kind of product that we have and we want to cater, because at the end of the day, we want that product or service to travel to the end user, which is the customer. So if we look at a product which has been, it's been created, but then if we are not able to establish or maintain profitable external relation, then there are high chances that the organization may not be able to succeed and they may fail also. Activities in marketing research. I think everybody would know that this is a very important activity within the organization, because they cannot do without this. And most of the organizations, they try and bring about products that can make a meaningful difference to their customers, and and create value at the end of the day. So they hire marketing managers, they have a marketing research team which will tell them that what kind of market they should be entering, what kind of product they should have, and what could be the group or segment they can be looking at, and what are the risks involved, what is the kind of information that they would be getting from the market. And they also analyze and synthesize the information that travels back to them from the market, so that whatever plans that they have, or whatever plans they have around that product, and whatever vision and mission the company has, they are able to achieve that vision and mission within that stipulated time and create value for the customer. Management of sale. Yes, sales again is a very important part, because once a product is there, we need to take it to the market. We need to sell it to the market. We need to have selling strategies in place. We need to have sales force in place if the product demands. We need to understand how we are going to convince the customer to buy our product. How are we going to give them reasons to buy our products? So sales also, management of sales also plays an important role. And again, there's a separate team which is mostly deployed and selected to manage sales because they are experts in their domain. They understand the customer behavior. They know how are they going to reach out to customer. There's stiff competition around how are they going to beat competition, how are they going to create that value, how are they going to create that differential advantage in the market so that the customer decides in favor of their product rather than anything else or any other alternative that is available in the market. Controlling marketing activities with effectiveness. I think this is very, very important. It is not only about having a plan in place or launching a product in the market that will suffice. Since there are multiple activities that are happening in the market, right from market research, managing competition, looking at the pricing, the promotion, everything needs to be leveraged. And that's what we say effectiveness, that if suppose a company has come and it has entered the market. I'll give you an example of Maggi noodles, right? You know about this product. And we know that when it started, they were talking about it takes 2 minutes. Now, when it says that it takes 2 minutes, so they try and also do a lot of audits of these advertisements and taglines, and they really find out, is it really hitting the customer? Is it really creating that kind of perception that they start thinking, oh, it only takes 2 minutes to cook? Fast to cook, good to eat. So they try and see that whatever investment that they make in terms of promotion, in terms of advertisement, in terms of any market research that they do, is it actually helping them achieve the end result? Is it actually effective? So this helps them in right utilize, or I would say judicious utilization of money and resources. We need to keep that in mind as well. Now let's look at some basic concepts, marketing concept. We talked about holistic marketing earlier also. Here everybody is working towards the vision and mission of the organization. Nobody is working in isolation. Nobody is working in silos. All different parts of businesses are working as one entity, and it is based on the premise that whole is greater than some parts of it. So whether it is marketing, whether it is customer relation management, whether it is about retailing existing customer or acquiring new customer, or whether it is creating that awareness within the organization about the brand, I think they all work integratedly towards achieving the vision and mission of the organization. Yes, we also have a societal marketing concept where companies, they focus on meeting the demands of the customer while also contributing to social welfare without polluting or depleting natural resources. Now let's look at some examples. When I talk about holistic concept, products are developed. I'm taking an example of Samsung. The products are developed keeping the customers' demand and wants in mind. Showrooms are properly branded. Their sales force or their customer service team is very polite. You see proper branding happening everywhere. You see their promotions are, one of the best. So this is a holistic example where everybody, whether marketing, whether finance, whether supply chain, whether the sales force, working towards a common goal. And if I have to talk about a societal concept, let's talk about Body Shop. A product, a cosmetic product from from 1976, because they came up with the concept of vegetable-based material. So in this uh, animals, there's no testing that happens animals, and it supports the environmental protection as well. So this is an example of societal marketing, which makes it clear from this example. Now, basic marketing concepts, if I have to talk about, and if I have to compare it with the selling concept. So let me tell you, when we talk about marketing concept, here the organizations, they are more concerned about what a customer needs. They try and innovate, they try and invest as per the need of the customer, because they believe that they need a product that should work for them. So they do a lot of market research, they find out what will be best for the customer, and that is how they devise their policy, and that is how they build the process. But whereas in selling concept, it is more about selling the product. This could be when a product is also produced at a large scale. And the idea here is that the focus is on only on selling the product. So here, sometimes they may even deceive the customer or allure into something which not be viable for them later on, which may not give them the kind of value they were looking forward to. So in this case, they may not have, more repurchase, but then at the end of the day, I think that they're looking at business. So making money is the primary role when I talk about the selling concept, irrespective of the quality they may offer. And whereas in marketing, concept, it is more about researching the consumer, trying to find out their needs, and then designing the product accordingly. Coca-Cola spends, 4.3 billion advertising per year. Their advertisement, budget is very, very high. And it's not about a drink or a bottle, it's happiness actually. So this is a marketing concept. And if we look at sometime, at the insurance industry, insurance firms spend a lot of money to promote their goods, and sales efforts are a big part of that. So insurance agent or managers publicize the products and explain the benefits to the target customer. So here the focus is only and only on selling, not on marketing. Moving on, let's look at good product quality. Here we are talking about people choose quality products regardless of price and availability. Companies focus on developing higher quality products, which is usually more expensive. The good thing is, yes, they are trying to research, they're trying to find out what will work best for their consumer and for their customer. But on the other hand, looking at the price, these kind of products may not be affordable. So they may look at monopoly markets, especially in these kind of, or niche market for that matter, because not everybody is going to afford that. On the other hand, if we look at more production concept, here buyers, they choose affordable and widely available products. Thus companies sell more of them, and the products, huge size of production allows corporations to take advantage of economies of scale, and resulting in cheaper products and hence more customers. So I'll share some examples. If I have to look at product concept, I think Apple company works highly on the product, on the concept, on the features, innovative features, and we know this product is expensive. Not everybody can afford it, but yet they make it because they have their market, they have the niche which they've already created. But if I look at a product like Ford, and they're going for mass production, and that is one of the oldest, I must say, strategies also. So it is useful them, it's working. Even higher for that matter, if I talk about higher again, it's a Chinese organization. They do, and then their target market is the global market, because there's so much of production that happening, and they take the advantage of the manpower which is available at not so expensive prices. So that is what they keep in mind. So, dear students, once again, I'm sharing some books that you can refer to. They will come in handy while you're dealing with this subject. So, with this, I think we come towards the end of this session. Take good care of yourself, and thank you so much for your time, and God bless.